Thought we could Pennie Sense on Tuesdays.
Just have a seat, sit up straight.
Oh.
Come on. What are you doing?
Abuse.
What are you doing? Loren, that is not going to make it any better. Just get over here.
Oh, it's already recording?
Yeah. Hi, welcome to Pennie Sense. My name is Pennie Carroll, and with me is Loren Thomas Carroll, and I add the middle name in there because Loren is my firstborn son and also started as a buyer's agent. How long ago, Loren?
In 2015.
2015, he came on board with Pennie Carroll and Associates. It's been a lot of fun working with my family and my boys particularly. Loren, you haven't been on Pennie Sense before, have you?
Nope.
I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think
So, Loren, I want you to talk about, as a buyer's agent, you are excellent in helping people find a home. So let's start at the beginning. When people give you addresses, what are some of the things that you look at when you're checking out that home before they go out to see it?
I just look at the history on the house, look at the photos, look at the aerial map of what it's by. Sometimes if it's on a busy street or next to a gas station or things like that, people won't want to be by that.
Wouldn't the gas station be convenient? What's wrong with living by a gas station?
Smell, noise, traffic, lights,
Garbage.
garbage.
What time do garbage trucks usually come to those places?
Early in the morning.
Right. The other thing that we sometimes look at is the placement on the road. If it's at a T intersection and the master bedroom's in the front of the house, what are they going to have?
Headlights.
Headlights in the morning, or not in the morning, but in the evening.
Yep.
Yep. So after you pull everything up, you give your recommendation to your buyers if they should look at the house or
Yeah.
not, correct? Now, let's say you're driving up to that house. What are the things, I know what your buyers are thinking. They're thinking, oh, I just love that front door. I love the color of the house. What is going through your mind when you pull up there?
I look at if it's how it's located in the street or if it's low or what the roof looks like.
What's the big deal about it being low?
Flooding or just water, or, I don't know.
In particular, I remember one home that you told me about. You walked up and you noticed that the flower containers were in a weird spot at the front of the house. Do you remember that situation? And you went over there and pulled the containers away from the house, and what did you discover?
I don't remember if that was one where the concrete was broken or...
That was where the siding wasn't really good on the home.
Okay.
But you have an eye for that kind of stuff. You glaze over all the cute Chip and Joanna Gaines type of things about a home. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes. Now, you talked about sloping. What are some areas in a home that could slope that would cause some problems?
Floors.
I'm still on the outside of the house.
On the outside?
Yes.
Oh, the grading of the yard. If it slopes towards the house, then when it rains, water's gonna go towards your house and work its way into the basement.
Right. Okay, now you're taking the clients into the home, Loren. What are some things that you will have in hand when you walk into the house? And then what are some things that you start looking for?
I'll have the seller's disclosure in hand. I look that over before we look at the house. A lot of times I like to go to the, depending on the age of the house, I like to go to the basement first, and that's where you see the foundation, the mechanicals, electric panel, things like that, the big ticket items.
Have you ever been able to discover, I know you're not a termite pest inspector, but what are some things that you look for as far as pest infestation?
Well, I just look, but sometimes it just sticks out.
I know that you've made fun of me before when we've gone and looked at houses because mechanics aren't my strong suit, but that's why we have home inspectors or have good buyer's agents like yourself. Electric panels, anything particular in electric panels?
Federal Pacific's a big one to look out for.
The roof, the mechanics, the sloping of the floor. So you don't really look at the carpet color, Loren, or the paint of the...
No, that's all. I always tell people, you can't change the location or a lot like the foundation. You can fix the foundation, but that's a lot of money, but you can paint the walls and change the carpet and put countertops on the cabinets.
Sure. And then as far as them liking the home and negotiating on the home, tell me a little bit about that process in today's market. As a buyer's agent, if you have a buyer that's fallen in love with a home and they want to wait a couple days to think about it, what kind of advice do you give them?
Depending on where it's at and the price point, you don't usually have that much time to think about it. I mean, you gotta have your ducks in a row before you go out and look and
Right.
be ready to pull the trigger.
So you have a good buyer's agent when you're out looking for a home, you have the seller's disclosure, you have someone that's been able to negotiate deals, and then what about pre-approval, Loren, before you go out and take a look at the house?
Yeah, you should have your pre-approval letter ready to go. A lot of times you find the house and then you go talk to the bank and get that all figured out. By the time you come back to the house, it's already sold.
Sure. I want to thank everybody for tuning into Penny Sense today. My name's Penny, and this is
Loren Carroll.
and the most you'll ever hear him talk. Thank you.